There's a lot of flash bombs. There's not many shrooms. That's the positive side. There's not many shrooms going on in my deck. Okay. We can still win this. This is not like crazy to think that we can win this. Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel with another deck for you today. This one, the Did You Missed Me deck, which actually is a deck that was by Jonistheman. When I was streaming on Twitch, they did a deck redeem for me to play their deck. I played it, loved it, and wanted to play it a little bit more, so this is which is like me playing it. It's one of those decks whereby, I don't know why, like Mistwraith is always fun, and the idea of the fact that obviously like Mistwraiths were given Mistkeepers has been a thing. It's been something I wanted to experiment with, but I never got around to like full on just like going into it. So this was a deck that Jonistheman came up with. There's potentially tweaks that can be done with it, but I want to give you the deck that as was given to me. But it's definitely a really fun deck to play. So what you can see is like we're gonna be getting those Mistwraiths going on in with Mistwraiths. We've got Wraith Callers, we've got these Mistkeepers giving us Mistwraiths through all the different ways of killing targets to be able to make sure that we're getting this, as well as like Senna making it so that we can do this at fast speed to get those on the board, buff those up. If they're not getting buffed up, then you've got the other mists that can be made by using like a soldier and going down the Viego route. So you've got like double mists in a matter of speaking. You've got Mistwraiths, but you've also got the encroaching mists coming in from some Viego, and the idea is that you can very quickly potentially level Viego, especially when it comes to this, because these Mistwraiths will be ephemeral. The one thing that I will definitely say should be put in this deck, and this is just like, a massive should be put in this deck, is at least 1 or 2 copies of Heroine. The reason why 1 or 2 copies of Heroine should... There we go. I was just saying, where the hell am I? The reason why 1 or 2 copies of Heroine should be put into this deck is because all the Mistwraiths that are being created and all the other mists that are being created, the idea is if you lose your board, if your opponent manages to destroy your board somehow, one way of getting them back would be amazing, just to flood the board. Now, admittedly, I never came up with that situation where most of my board went 100% down, other than I think there was one game that I lost. But most of the time, you do actually manage to keep an okay board presence. But just for the times when all else fails, if your opponent ruinates you, and then just to bring back all of those big stat lines with Fearsome, might be an idea of doing that, or even having a copy of Atrocity in the deck. Just one-off copy of Atrocity in the deck, because of how big those Mistwraiths get, as a last-ditch attempt, if all else fails, to throw directly into core could be an idea to throw in here. But I said this is the deck that was given, so I will give you the deck as it was given to me. But definitely with maybe a few tweaks, this could be a really amazing deck. We've got Gluttony in here, so Gluttony is working off of Curse Keeper, which Curse Keeper then can give you into the Soldier, which is giving you the Encroaching Mist, or it can potentially be used on top of the Undying, and the Undying then goes into Wraith Caller, who then gives you Mistwraith as well off of this, because we are 100% Shadow Isles deck, so we are always going to get that Allegiance. So that's kind of where the Gluttony comes in here, is that there's uses like that. I think those are the only uses where Gluttony has, but the fact that Undying is a continuous thing whereby every single time it dies you can use that again to potentially go into another Wraith Caller and Mistwraith, that's where the comedy of this comes in, and with a couple of catalogs in there as well to make more use out of these spells that are going to be killing things and helping the Mistkeepers be able to make more. That's what this deck is all about. I said maybe a one-of copy of Atrocity. I feel like this deck could really use and be okay with. Potentially also maybe one more copy of Glimpse. Just for that draw. There is a couple of Absorb Souls in here, which they're made for they're made just to help sustain your life. There are a lot of spells in here which are doing drain, so I feel like these are mainly in here for countering Caitlyn, but that's what it said. Like I said, there are certain things that definitely you could remove one or two of, throw in some other cards, like I said, like Atrocity. I feel like would be really good in this deck, but it was still fun to play, and thank you Jonistheman for sharing that deck. Bear in mind, obviously, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I know that John posts a lot in the Discord, so obviously Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, but the Discord link is down below where you can share your decks. I believe that John has shared his deck in there many times, so your decks might end up in videos like this as well if you shared them there. But also, you can catch me live on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. There's also the link to the tournament that we're running. So the EU Tournament Shard that we're running on the 2nd and 3rd of October. If you want to get involved in that for a £150 prize pool, please feel free to. As well as if you enjoy yourself at any point during this video, why not consider hitting that subscribe button. But anyway, without further ado, let's get in and see how this deck did in a couple of matches. I mean, do I want to keep this? This does work with giving me Mistwraith, which is what my plan is. I kind of want to, I don't know why my mind is telling me to keep Catalogue of Regrets, but my mind is telling me to keep Catalogue of Regrets. The card speaks to me, okay? It's who I am. It is the story of my life. That would be the name, that would be the title of my autobiography. Just Catalogue of Regrets. Okay, consider that it's a Mistwraith deck, I don't mind to starting to like, throw out those Mistwraiths. Make a start on it. Throw out an Undying as well, that I know that I've got a an activator. Okay. If I can get my Mistwraith so I can trade, I'll be more okay. Ooh, what is the 4 cost? What is in this deck which is 4 cost that I'm after here? Because it would be coming off of you. Because I should have. So potentially, would you go into Wraithcaller? Okay. So potentially going into Wraithcaller, which means that we get a Mistwraith, which will buff this Mistwraith up. That's what I'm after. So boom! Yes! So I can now defend self. Okay. What? I mean, come on. You do one simple move like that, and everyone's like, yeah, no, I'm dumb. I kind of want to keep Withering Mists against a deck like this. I've got a lot of Mistwraith stuff going on here, which is nice. A lot of missed opportunities. So she's loving having me home, napping nice on the sofa. Nice to hear, Wicked. Okay. It's like, do I want to? I'll take it. It's free damage. But I'm telling myself, well, next turn I could throw down like Risen Mist and immediately go for an open attack here. So I'm fine with that. As they now start to like build a slight little bit of a ball, but having Withering Mist just makes me feel like such a good card, and potentially the ability of getting it fast speed with Senna just makes that card even more insane. Throw down. It gives me the ability to be able to trade with the Stone Stacker. Okay. So having the ability to be able to trade with the Stone Stacker is devastating. Feel okay with this trade-off? Gonna have to deal with the Corsair at some point, but that's future Gomez's problem. So future Gomez will deal with that at some point. Now I could consider playing. Yeah, of course. I could consider playing you. There is the chance that if we play you, it's either going to be you or Senna. It's going to be one of the two who I'm considering playing here. Senna would get her. I mean, Senna does open up fast speed.
Huh. Guess I'm the big guns now.
Obviously, mini morph is a thing. Mini morph is a thing that is always going to be on the radar. Okay.
Eyes forward.
Shut up, kill this. Fast speed, Withering Mist. I kind of want one of these on the board before doing that. Okay. So I'd be able to have 1 damage. Oh, sorry, 2 damage coming in off of this. So if I were to go this, I feel like it's going down to 7. It's a bit of a risk, but I'm willing to do it.
Spirits can be contained,
but not forever. You know, you do a move that you're like, I might end up regretting this later on. Yep, I regret my moves. Okay. at least get some cards off of her? Or do I need the mana next turn? I feel like I might need the mana next turn.
Guess that's it.
Okay. It's okay. Me. I do need to deal with this crackshot Corsair, but that's future me's problem, as I've stated on several occasions. That's a problem for future me.
Then labor.
Potentially darkness going into next turn. Like, how close are they to leveling? So they've still got a little way before leveling here. I mean, they're going to throw that directly into my core, let's face it. Okay. Yeah, they're going to throw that directly into my core. It's going to be the question.
The screams of the dying.
It's going to be the question as to if they've got what's-his-face in hand. If they've got, well, I can't feel the name of it right now, Warning Shot. If they've got Warning Shot in hand, I have problems. If they've not got Warning Shot in hand, I might theoretically be somewhat okay, but not really okay, but somewhat okay. Okay. Warning Shot is the one I'm scared of at this moment in time. Okay.
The soul cries out.
Not ideal. Not ideal, but could be worse. Warning Shot. Or, I was going to say, Pokey Stick as well, actually, would be quite a devastating thing. Okay. It's not going to be that easy, Yugi! It's a Pokey Stick now comes out. I said, it's not going to be that easy! Admittedly, this man's still staying alive. It's not good, but it's okay. I'm taking a lot of damage. This deck wants to kill me. Like, so much. Okay, Viego potentially dropping. I kind of want to throw down another one of these. So actually even like throwing down you might be a plan, because that's thinking there's going to be a continuous defense coming at me. Okay. If I throw down you and then throw down... Actually, no, I wouldn't be able to throw down Despair, would I? Okay, so I need to consider potentially... Throw down you. They can have Minimorph. Oh, oh no, oh no. Leave my sweet core alone! Okay. Kind of got to go forward now. Like, I say I've got to go forward now! It's more because my core is like so low, like all it takes. Like they could have another one of those shock like double ups, like fast speed double up.
We shall.
They could have done one of those fast speed double ups, which could be a thing. Okay, so I am dead unless I can get a top deck. Like I'm after some form of top deck, which no, that's not the top deck I'm kind of after. Right. I mean, the comedy is that Senna can kill one of them, but they're going to immediately go, I can't stop, like, my sweet bum hole, I cannot stop all of this damage. I can stop this and whatnot, but Shadow Boat to my opponent, honestly, really well played to them. Like, this is, it's been a masterclass. Masterclass of why you do not keep a crackshot Corsair on the back line. Shadow mode to my opponent. I really like this deck though. Like Jonistheman, I really like this deck. So the thing is, against this deck, what I really should be aiming for is just pounding the pressure on immediately and forcing them to have to like counter me. That's what I need to be going for. And technically, I have not got that. I have not got that of any of this game here. In terms of the fact that I'm not even getting like a turn 2 pressure move on them. Okay. Soldier, next turn. If they throw down Caitlyn, it kind of works for me, because then I can just throw down the ephemeral one in front of her. Yeah, these flash bombs might end up being a problem. And the fact that they're playing Freljord, so they've got freeze.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
They've got a very easy ability to be able to freeze me is also a thing.
On foot.
Okay.
Look out!
I mean, I'm willing to... Obviously, freeze is going to come down. Like, they've got... That's going to say, oh, okay, or a way of getting... There's always going to be a way of getting past there, but I'd feel foolish if I didn't go for it. Okay. Wraith Caller. That Absorb Soul might end up saving my life at some point. Okay, the fact that I could go...
Winter take you!
Winter take you! I mean, I'd want to be getting back. If I had the decision of who I was getting back, I would want to get back the Wraith Caller.
Would a mushroom help?
But I'm willing to see which way round this goes. Maybe I should have just gone forward with the Wraith Caller on its own. Just so it was going to die, that I knew for a fact it was going to be. Because now it's a 50-50. 50-50 chance for who we're going to get. I really need to kill this Puffcat Peddler at some point. Yeah, 50-50 chance. I really hope I get the Wraith Caller back, but Mistwraith is still summoning the Mistwraith. There we go! That's what I'm talking about. 50% of the time, it works. Every time. Okay. So. Potentially, do I just want to go the big and bold Viego move? Or do I want to go Mistwraith into next turn? Or do I even want to throw these guys out?
Heard there was a little fella asking for me.
Okay. I guess I could consider actually throwing these forward because, or like throwing Viego out, because potentially we could level him quite quickly.
The whole world will know my anguish.
They can't use Thermo Beam to kill him at this moment in time. If I throw you out and then consider Absorb Soul. No, I feel like we just go big on them.
The dark beckons.
Freeze moves could... I'm actually going to leave Viego back. Freeze moves are a thing that they definitely will have, as well as like Troll Chant and cards like that. So, I mean, I know that there are ways they can kill Viego on the back line really easily with like Thermo Beams and whatnot. Okay. We go like this. But yeah, the freezes do inevitably come out. Okay. It's whether or not they can freeze both of them. Okay, that's fine. I'll leave this. I'll leave this because I kind of want to try and get a Mistcaller out. Because if I can get this old Mistkeeper out, because then that just means that Absorb Soul and moves like that just become so much more valuable. Okay. Problems everywhere. It's fine, Viego, it's fine. You can live through this. You live through this, my boy, hopefully. I mean, obviously there are so many moves they could use to kill you.
Son taught me to never let my guard down.
Spirits can be contained.
But not forever.
We do still have the ability of throwing this down.
Officer,
Of course.
JS
Owie! Okay, so that is now the level up on Caitlyn as well. Which is less than ideal.
Years in the making.
entering crime scene.
Okay. Fair enough.
He's coming.
Observe and go.
So much straw. Live, my boys! Okay. Of course. Ah, but that does weirdly work with Viego, so that works for me. How close is Viego to leveling now? He's still a little bit away. So I could consider throwing this out just to start like really buffing Viego up. Or I could consider like we could just try and make the Mistwraiths really big. The problem is a lot of my kill slay cards are actually gonna be quite terrible for me. Actually, I guess if we throw down
We follow spirits.
Then they follow us.
one of these and consider Absorb Soul on top of this, that's gonna make the Mistwraiths go like quite nice. So we kind of want to see where the opponent's going here. The thing is, I want to have cards which are going to mean that I can... I want to have cards which mean that if they throw Caitlyn down, like especially in her level 2 form, that I can kill my own cards so that they don't get the strike. That's also something that I really want to make sure. Really want to make sure that I make happen. This is going to be the level up on Viego as well. If only I had enough room to be able to throw down this as well. Okay. Maybe do I let one of these guys die? No, I'll leave them alone, sorry. Okay. But this is going to be the level up. Which, if nothing else, is something.
Watch your step.
I'll recite your rights.
So it means the Puff Cap Peddler potentially comes to me! Okay, this is now tense match. Tense match now with what's going on here. How many flash bombs and whatnot have I got? So I've got eight things, so that is the level up on Caitlyn. It's a little bit scary. But actually, correction, I mean, them playing that potentially means that we've leveled up Viego. I mean, unless they've got Thermo Beam in hand, which they could have Thermo Beam in hand, that's going to be her dying immediately. Like,
A chill in the air.
okay. So, immediately she dies. Weirdly, they should have just waited to play her. They really did not have to play her this soon. They just have to wait. Owie! Okay. You know, all I have to do is wait until the turn. Ooh! Okay, they're putting more bombs. I've still got like significant bomb and elusive troubles, but I'm starting to get to a point where at least these things are going well for me.
On foot.
Okay. So many flash, but all it takes is another mastermind, and I'm potentially just going to lose my ball to a lot of flash bombs. At least she's on the same side as me now. Okay. So.
A special breed.
I mean, do I just throw... I feel like I throw at least one of these guys out. Question is whether or not I want to throw Viego into this mix. I've got another Viego in hand. I don't actually mind throwing him out because I know that I've got another one, so I keep a Mistkeeper back. Keep the Keeper back, but the rest of this stuff we're kind of trying to force them to defend. If they kill Viego, we throw the other Viego down. So I feel somewhat okay with this. There's a lot of flash bombs. There's not many shrooms. That's the positive side. There's not many shrooms going on in my deck. Okay, we can still beat. We can still win this. This is not like crazy to think that we can win this. Okay.
My pretty.
There's Teemo.
2, 3, 4.
Throw him directly into my core. He will actually still strike, so he will actually still put shrooms in my deck, but it would be Teemo down. Okay. Okay. So they're making me draw a lot. Which means that they're trying to set up for a Caitlyn move. They're trying to set up for a Caitlyn move here. Which does make a lot of sense.
Under all your thorns
So
lies
many
a fragile
elusives.
flower.
So many elusive problems. Okay. If I use Despair, then it does just mean that they can just throw Caitlyn out, like potentially kill Viego and throw Caitlyn out. So let's see what they're gonna go for here. Hooey! It's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. A lot of damage that I can do nothing about, sadly. Okay. I just have to sadly accept it. Okay. I need my healing spells. There are actually healing spells in this. But sadly, I have not found any of my healing spells. Okay. So. Obviously, they might try to force me to draw.
We shall.
They can force me to draw. But we've got to go with this big opener because it's all I've got. But they do potentially have the fast speed spell force me to draw and potentially go into double shroomage. It could happen. There also is a chance of Mystic Shot. Get excited. For any cards like that, any form of damage spells, which is why we've got to go with that immediate burst speed, like burst speed Mistwraith open. With the hopes and dreams of beating Teemo! Okay. I mean, so that we at least we know one spell. We know one spell. What's going on with that? Troll Chant. So there's only one card in that hand that we have got no idea what the hell it is.
Sorry.
Right?
Wrong turn.
There's only one card that we don't know what the hell it is. Lucky enough, that is a Senna mode. That is a. Do we just go bold and draw cards? We draw 2 cards ourselves just to see what would have happened. Senna mode to my opponent. Really well played. I mean, that would have been a Billy. That would have been a Billy Big Bollocks move to go. Well, let's see what would have happened if I draw the cards. It's Nami Zoe. I probably should have not considered keeping Viego here because Viego is kind of like the late game plan. So I probably should have got rid of him. I don't know why my mind was like, oh, Viego, let's keep him. Especially against a deck where we just want to be pounding them as fast as possible. No Vile. No, I should have actually just deep dived for Vile Feast, actually. That should have been the game plan. But okay. I'm kind of... Ooh. You know, like you look at something, you think this is where I probably should go, but you also look at it and think, but it's only this early in the game. You know, there's not. It doesn't feel good. I always like keeping like this is a surprise move, like surprise. Yeah, no, there's several things. Yeah, Equinox, that's fine. Just before it hits. If I kill him before he gets silenced, he can't be silenced. Genius. Okay. But yeah, it's weirdly more the Mistwraiths I'll be scared if they get silenced. I say that, I guess the Undying is somebody you don't want to get silenced. Okay. Starting to take. I'm thinking, I should have just done this. Why didn't I just do this? We can go into Gluttony. Try and go into Gluttony. Gluttony means that we can go into Wraith Court. Like, we can start to build a board and potentially scare the crap out of my opponent. So the idea here is hopefully we'll go into Wraith Caller, which will give us a Mistwraith, and then we burst speed out. Risen Mist. I mean, admittedly, like they're having fun with their Zoe, like doing good times and such, and then we just go attack the bot, attack their life points directly. There are moves they can do if they've got double trouble. And cards such as that will allow them to defend the Mistwraith and defend the Undying. But you know, we're just going to go for potentially a big funny move. That's fine. Like, the problem is, like, they know the Undying is coming back, right? They do know the Undying is coming back. Okay. I could actually consider Gluttony on top of this to build up more of a ball, but it means it gives them more of a response. I'd rather do this when Zoe's the only one left on the board, so like they have to think, oh crap, Zoe's the only one on the board. I need to do something about all this damage, or nothing. I do nothing. I fuck this damage. Admittedly, they have the ability for heals. I will admit that. They have the ability for heals, and they know they have the ability for heals. And that's the level. So this is actually scary times.
I will save my people.
All I've got is hope.
My quest is dangerous.
I could consider Gluttony. I could massively consider Gluttony, but I will leave it because I feel next turn, if they're gonna go like this, which is gonna be big buffs.
Let the tide carry you.
If only I had the mana for you. Okay. They need to basically beat me. Viego going into despair. Is Viego going into despair worthwhile? Because I mean, admittedly, they're starting to get close to being able to level Zoe as well, so that's getting scary. Okay. But we go wide enough on them as well. I'm partly considering like Viego into despair to remove Nami. Might be enough.
She waits for me beyond the mist.
My queen! Okay. Zoe's actually an issue as well. But Nami's the one who's buffing them. If only you still had Fearsome. I mean, admittedly, Fearsome doesn't really matter with what they've got going. But I'm considering Despair going into Miss Call. There is a lot going on. Because I mean, I could kill Zoe, right? I could kill Zoe, meaning that she's not going to get to her level up. And that would be quite a scary fault. Or I could kill the one who's healing them. Sod it. I'll go with killing Nami. Like, Zoe, I might end up regretting not killing Zoe. But I'm gonna do this. Convince myself. It's all for the greater good. It's not. But I will convince myself.
Let the tide carry you.
Scary stuff, scary stuff. Ooh. Ooh-wee. That's a lot of buffs! That's a lot of buffs! That's a lot of buffs! Okay. That's a lot of buff. Okay. It's absolutely fine. That's a lot of heals coming in from that as well.
Sorry, everyone.
Okay. Lots of heals. Da 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 da. Ah, crap! I'm not gonna lie, this is not looking good. So, this is not gonna work out nicely. Okay. Go gadget legs! Go gadget legs! Do. Okay. It really depends on how they decide to trade up. Yes. Make your decisions. Make your decisions. Okay, if I kill the one who's being healed, is that enough for me to win?
I will not be made to wait.
Exactly, I will not be made to wait. That's fine. If we glimpse you, I mean, it's all I've got. It's all I've got as a plan is stop the heals, deny heals, go in with everything I have, and hope victory awaits. I mean, obviously, a silence, all it takes is one hush. Senna mode to my opponent. All we would have taken is like one hush on top of like Viego or whatnot. That would have been enough. But Senna mode to my opponent. Deny the heals. Incinerate, go. Senna mode to my opponent. That's how you beat Nami Zoe. Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.